Dear students, today we are going to discuss about the salient features of the double helical structure of DNA. The first DNA was discovered by Frederick Mitchell in the year 1869 and was named in nuclein. Then after in the year 1953, James Watson and Francis Crick proposed the double helical structure of DNA based on the X-ray diffraction data. Then after to be awarded the Nobel Prize. Dear students, this is a Watson and Crick's model of DNA. In this DNA made up of two polynucleotide chains, where the backbone is constituted by sugar and phosphate and nitrogen bases project inside. In generally, the double helical structure of DNA molecule is made up of two polynucleotide chains. In this polynucleotide chains to be act of backbone in their sugar and phosphate. Okay now. Next coming to the two polynucleotide chains now anti-parallel polarity. That is one chain has the polarity. Pi 1 3 1 direction. One chain has the polarity pi 1 3 1 direction and other chain of the polarity 3 1 5 1 direction. The two polynucleotide chains have anti-parallel polarity. That is one chain has the polarity pi 1 3 1 direction and other has 3 1 and 5 1 direction. Okay now, next coming to the nitrogen bases present in two strands. The nitrogen bases are present in two strands. These are nitrogen bases are here present in two polynucleotide chains and through hydrogen bonds and form nitrogen base pairs. The nitrogen bases, that is adenine, guanine, thymine, cytosine, present in two strands are paired through hydrogen bonds finally to be form of nitrogen base pairs. That is base pairs. Adenine is always bonded to thymine of the opposite strand. This is a one strand and this is another strand. Adenine is always bonded to thymine of the opposite strand with two hydrogen bonds. Next coming to guanine is always bonded to cytosine. Of the opposite strand with three hydrogen bonds. Already previous class, Erwin Chargaff to be discovered. Every purine is always opposite to pyrimidine and between of the some hydrogen bonds. For example, the first purine is always opposite to the first pyrimidine. The second purine is always opposite to the second pyrimidine. The first purine adenine is always opposite to the first pyrimidine thymine between of the two hydrogen bonds. The second purine that is guanine is always opposite to the second pyrimidine cytosine between of the three hydrogen bonds. These are in equal ratios, that is 1:1. That is Erwin Chargaff phenomenon. Next coming to the pitch or length of one coil or one ton of helix is 3.4 nanometers. Dear students, this is a double helical structure of DNA molecule. These are pitch or coils or turns. A single pitch or length of one coil or one ton of helix, that is 3.4 nanometers. Okay now, a single pitch or length of one coil or one ton of helix that is 3.4 nanometers. Okay now, or 0.34 angstroms. 0.34 angstroms. Next coming to a single coil, a single turn containing 10 base pairs. 10 base pairs. A single pitch or a length of one coil or one turn of each helix containing how many base pairs? 10 base pairs. That is 20 nucleotides. That is 20 nucleotides, but here is shown of 4 base pairs, but are having to be 10 base pairs or 20 nucleotides. Next coming to the distance between two successive base pairs. 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 Okay, now the distance between two successive base pairs in a helix is 3.4 angstroms or 0.34 nanometers. 0.34 nanometers. And the radius of DNA, that is 20 angstroms. So between of the purines and pyrimidines, or between of the one nitrogen base pairs and another nitrogen base pairs, that is the DNA radiate 20 angstroms. Okay now. So dear students, a single turn or a single coil or a single helix should be containing 10 nitrogen base pairs or 20 nucleotides, and a single pitch or one length of coil or one turn of helix would be 3.4 nanometers, and two successive nitrogen base pairs between to be containing 3.4 angstroms or 0.34 nanometers. 0.34 nanometers. Next coming to only Crick as proposed the concept of central dogma in molecular biology. In generally, in the year 1953, Watson and Crick proposed double helical structure of DNA molecule. Then after he awarded the Nobel Prize. But here only Crick proposed the concept of central dogma in molecular biology. What is the concept of central dogma in molecular biology? So, in this central dogma in molecular biology to be explained, the genetic information flow from one generation to another generation, or the genetic information flow from DNA to RNA and finally reach to the proteins. In this process to be involved two phenomena. First phenomenon transcription, second phenomenon translation. Okay now, the genetic information from DNA to RNA, that is called transcription, occurs in the nucleus. Occurs in the nucleus. Next coming to the genetic information transferred from RNA to proteins, that is called translation, occurs in the cytoplasm. Occurs in the cytoplasm. This is a central dogma in molecular biology. Once again, Crick has proposed the concept of central dogma in molecular biology by means the genetic information flow from one generation to another generation, or the genetic information flow from DNA to RNA and finally reach to proteins. In this central dogma in molecular biology are involved two phenomena. The first phenomenon transcription, the second phenomenon translation. What is meaning of transcription? Okay, no. What is meaning of translation? Transcription means the genetic information are passed from DNA to RNA. That is called transcription. In this process occurs nucleus. What is meaning of translation? By means the genetic information are passed from RNA to proteins. That is called translation. Occurs in the cytoplasm. Occurs in the cytoplasm. So dear students, this is about the general characteristics in DNA and structure of a polynucleotide chain and salient features of the double helical structure of DNA. Once again, the DNA was first discovered by Frederick Mitchell in the year 1869, but and was named as nucleon. Then after in the year 1953, James Watson and Francis Crick is proposed the double helical structure of DNA molecule. Then after he awarded the Nobel Prize. And finally, Crick proposed the one concept, that is central dogma in molecular biology. Okay, now thank you.